وأنا لمسنا السماء فوجدناها ملئت حرسا شديدا وشهبا وأنه تعالى جد ربنا ما اتخذ صاحبة ولا ولدا.
Having such a competition or encouraging strong affiliation with the Holy Quran is the best reasonable, academic, logical response to those who seek to undermine and vilify this holy book of Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala.
It's a Makki surah and it talks about treating the orphans with kindness. أَرَأَيْتَ الَّذِي يُكَذِّبُ بِالدِّينِ فَذَلِكَ الَّذِي يَدُعُّ الْيَتِيمَ.
So it's the first time I've taken part in Hifz in a very long time. I've always preferred to take part in open Quran recitation, but I thought of challenging myself and more so even inspiring my little one Zainab. I wanted her to see that, mommy can do this and mommy, recites the Quran and mommy does a bit of her research. And this time I really loved it because there was a little bit of a brief description of the surah that you had to talk about. So that encouraged us to look at the meaning and to reflect on the meaning as well, which was very beneficial.
Places again, qalqala, like akbar, there is no qalqala on kaf, right?
وإن طائفتان من المؤمنين اقتتلوا فأصلحوا بينهما
وأنا كنا نقعد منها مقاعد
My mom and both my grandparents, both my grandmothers, they put the love of Quran in me.
So hum darajat. So it is interesting when he says that when a student goes to Hausa and he starts learning, at the first instance it is hal, when he's just learning. When he's learning for a few years, then it becomes maqam tajazzi, which
فمن يستمع الآن يجد له شهابا رصدا.
Come out from a really grilling session of tafsir. How was it?
No, it was an amazing experience. Just to be in front of two qualified scholars of Sheikh Muzzalina and Sheikh Nuru. I guess it gave me a very kind of encouragement to learn more about the Quran. I think. You realize that when you go into this, how little you know about the Quran, and I think this has given me a motivation to know more about the Quran. Inshallah.
Allah is saying, Azza wa Jalla, He's saying that the mu'mineen, you should treat one another as if you are biological brothers. It's very specific here.
Each participant gets to present for 10 minutes, and then myself and Sheikh Anwar Ja'far, we get to interrogate each participant for 15 minutes, and that's when we become Munkar and Nakir. No, that's when we really get to tease out the depth of learning from the participants, and we really get to see the gems that they've prepared.
What do you think here hikmah might mean, especially in the context of calling people to God? So call people to God using wisdom. So hikmah, what do you think it means, and how might it be applied when calling people to the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala?
So it could mean obviously using your knowledge.
I think it was fantastic. This is the first time I've ever participated in a Quran competition, and the experience has been enlightening. I feel like it's given me the confidence, especially with the beginner's session, to say, this is the book of Allah, so I need to engage with it more.
And would you advise women to participate, because you see a lot more of the men participants?
I think as women we always tend to put ourselves second or third or fourth. There's always something going on in our lives. We prioritize our children, housework, everything, and we tend to forget about ourselves. And also self-confidence sometimes can be an issue. I think it's just a reminder, and I would definitely encourage people to participate, because we all have a duty to work on ourselves and to broaden our horizons and to deepen our knowledge. And this way, when you enter a competition, you have something to work towards, and the end result may be that you may not win, but actually you win inside because you build up knowledge and skills that you wouldn't have done otherwise.
The criteria we used were understanding, a general understanding of the verse, supporting evidence. So are they cross-referencing with other verses? Are they using a hadith, bringing in perhaps opinions of experts in the Arabic language, and then also intellectual reasoning. We also examine them on analysis and evaluation and the ability to apply the teachings that they get from the verses to everyday scenarios.
The Quran itself tells us, in numerous places to do tadabbur on it, to reflect on its verses, to ponder on them, to ask those who know, to memorize them, to recite them. So it's the Quran's own directives that point us in the direction of this multifaceted approach towards the Quran, right? That we're not just supposed to recite them, we're not just supposed to memorize them, but to take the multifaceted approach. And that's the beautiful thing about this competition. And this year they even added on art, which I thought was wonderful.
ولن نشرك بربنا أحدا وتعالى جد ربنا ما اتخذ صاحبة ولا أحدا.
It's such a humbling experience, and you feel so grounded that you're surrounded with the treasures of Quran. For Quran is our lifeline, and seeing little children, parents, moms and dads, and everyone so connected.
وأنه كان يقول سفيهنا على الله شططا.
So with the tafsir, it requires a lot of effort and reading. With that, inshallah, it works. And I know in our community we have different groups who are meeting once a week. These are very, very important. So that's another tip. You have a group of people, friends, say once a week, once in 2 weeks, you come together, say you take Tafsir Namuna, for example, or you take Tafsir Al-Amthal Fatullah Makarim, for example, or you take Tafsir Mizan, for example. You say, okay, this next week or next month, we're going to look at this chapter. Everybody try to read it, let's meet together, let's discuss.
وأنا لمسنا السماء فوجدناها يعوذون برجال من الجن فزادوهم رهقا وأنا لمسنا السماء فوجدناها ملئت حرسا شديدا وشربا.
Every year is a great event, and it's only great because you see the quality of the participants, what they learn, what they do, and how they present themselves, whether it be in hifz or the recitation or tafsir. This year specifically, we have added 2 extra developments to the competition. One is representing the Quran through an art form, and we found almost 40 odd art presentations, different styles, different approaches, and some of the discussions on why a student has written, or student, I say student, but a participant has written or drawn or done that type of artwork was just inspiring. And the other part was, as part of the hifz, obviously the participants have to memorize the surah. So this year we gave them more marks if they could memorize the surah and give a summary. And we all think the core team really felt that it's important that not only do we memorize the surahs, but we understand what we're memorizing. And
this is 5th year in running, and the aim really behind this competition is to take the love of Quran of the members of our community to the next level. And I will say, alhamdulillah, we have achieved this. Today, through the blessings of this competition, we have people who are really inclined to the understanding of the Holy Quran, and they are putting a lot of effort. This year, I've seen people coming discussing Quran from the linguistic perspective, from the grammatical perspective, which we've never seen it before. And we have kids, alhamdulillah, in our community, through the blessings of this Quran competition. They've memorized more than 30 paras, and the aim is to memorize the entire Quran, which I can confidently say they are on their way achieving that. Some also, alhamdulillah, through the blessings of this competition, they've improved their recitation of the Holy Quran, thereby applying and implementing the rules of reciting the Holy Quran. So alhamdulillah, in short, what this competition has achieved is that we managed to enhance people's relationship with the Holy Quran. The plan is to see almost all our jama'at having their internal Quran competitions, so that the winners will meet at a particular venue, be it Birmingham, be it London, either Stanmore or Hyderabad or Leicester or Peterborough or Paris, for the finale. That is the aim. Alhamdulillah, Hyderabad started last year, and inshallah this year. Next year, they will be having another Quran competition. Leicester have done it 2 times, and inshallah, they will be doing it this year. Birmingham, this is the 5th time. Our aim is to go to the other Jamaat slowly but surely, but I think inshallah, we will achieve this to ensure that all our Jamaat are having their internal Quran competition, so that the cream, la cream, will come for finale, inshallah.